I'm here today and all I hear is how I'm chasing crazy dreams. They'll sing, 'cause I've got perfect songs and melodies just waiting to come out of me, and you'll sing along like, oh, whoa. Fancy words, clever lines and tales that take you back in time, and you'll sing along like, oh, whoa. And they'll know, everyone will know, they should have believed in me.
Should have believed, baby.
Hi, welcome to the show. As you can see, it's the Juli show now, because Angie is, she's home recuperating, and when she gets back, she's gonna tell you everything that happened. I will just say this little bit. You shouldn't go water skiing if you haven't done it in a while. Okay, she'll tell you more later. But I wanted to tell you about something that I am doing now, and I hope to see you out soon. I have got a rolling grill that's got a smoker on it, that's got warming tables, and I'm in cahoots with another gal, and we may be coming to a city near you. We're cooking all kinds of great food. It's called Grill Talk, GRILLTALK, and if you'll go to Facebook and like us, you might be able to win a free brisket sandwich. So that's what's going on with me. We've got a great show today. We've got hamburger that is coming from a farm with no fillers, with no hormones. It's just, we're gonna see how that tastes. It's gonna be a meatloaf. We've got a great group coming up, and we're gonna talk to a lady who's going to tell us how to improve our relationships. And we'll be right back.
Coming up on the Spiel.
And what you do, what the book is about, is talking about how newlyweds, especially newlyweds starting out, how to get along, how to do their parts.
You can be married, you can be happy. Yes, there will be bumps in the road, but if you guys work together, that's where the longevity will come from.
And you should know that I might know more in always in the end. I hope to call you my friend.
We can all agree that time is by far our most valuable resource. The pace of life today makes saving time more important than ever. With the Bank of Heron new mobile app, you can deposit checks, transfer funds, or keep track of transactions and balances all from your phone. Use your Bank of Heron debit card with the new mobile app and save even more time for the things that matter most. Available now. Download on Apple Store or Google Play. The Bank of Heron. It's not just a bank, it's a relationship.
America's health centers serve more than 27 million people in more than 10,000 communities across the country. We want you to remember our healthcare heroes during National Health Center Week, August 12th to the 18th, because they provide a comprehensive set of services beyond primary care to millions of patients, and their services are still expanding. Celebrating health centers, home of America's healthcare heroes. CRHPC.org.
Hidden beneath the canopy of Shawnee Forest Country exists a world left over from ancient times, where a sandstone fortress shelters a secret spring, and the brave of heart can scale the Devil's Backbone. Hike trails from the valley bottom up to the canyon ridge for unbelievable views of the forest below. Or swim in the clear, rocky waters of Bellsmith Springs. With more than 280,000 acres of Shawnee Forest Country, the only question is, what will you explore?
If you've got stuff that needs storage, call the region's premier builder of storage buildings. From pre-built to custom-built buildings made to last a lifetime. K&K Portable Buildings. Visit kkportablebuildings.com.
The thing that is different about Silkworm, every order that is processed is custom.
We don't just put ink on a shirt. We take what we do very seriously.
Bottom line is we have to take care of the customer.
We want to design a product for you, give you quality work on time, and we're going to do it with awesome customer service, making you the hero.
We're about building a relationship, so you're going to get the best from us. We're going to treat every order like it's ours. We would love for everyone to become a Silkworm customer and experience the buying process with us.
And welcome back to the Spiel. You know, I love when we have authors on, and this book really intrigues me. The title of it is Submission, a Two-Way Street. And we've got Domineak S. Miller here. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Thank you for having me.
This title, okay, when I think of submission, it's got kind of a bad connotation to me. Mm-hmm. Does other people feel that way too?
Other people feel that way as well, and that was kind of the purpose behind going with the title, such as submission, because in this day and age it is used as a derogatory word. But if you read through the book, you will find that it's not in a derogatory way, it's in a yielding way to two people.
And what you do, what the book is about, is talking about how newlyweds, especially newlyweds starting out, how to get along, how to do their parts. Tell me your ideas behind the book and how you got started on it.
Well, my ideas behind the book came from my husband and I. We were over a marriage ministry at our former church in Carbondale. And so through that and dealing with married couples and just listening to what society is saying about marriage, it was really pressed upon my heart to write this book as a way to show people that you can be married, you can be happy. Yes, there will be bumps in the road, but if you guys work together, that's where the longevity will come from. That is where your happiness in your union will come from. And just like a husband needs a wife needs her husband.
Amen. Also, too, everyone has a part.
Yes.
A team player. I saw that in here.
Yes.
I've always thought that.
Yes, and you know, I try to relate it for men especially back to a sport. Most men watch basketball, and you know, when you think of the game of basketball, you don't just see one person out on the court. There's a whole team.
Right.
And everybody plays their part. You may be a starter, but if the starter gets hurt, that's what you have the bench for.
That's right.
To kind of come and be that backup support. And so I really wanted to show that in this society today, that everyone is not getting divorced. Every marriage doesn't have to be bad. And if you lay a good foundation, then you know you will have things to build upon in your marriage.
And I was wondering too, do you hold classes?
I don't hold classes currently, but I do have on our website where you can book us for different events. We have done different events. I'm actually going to be speaking as one of the speakers for a conference. It's called Against All Odds. So you can go on our Facebook page or on our blog page and you can find out more information about that.
Now your husband's a pastor.
He is.
So I bet he's easy to live with, isn't he? No? Should I give him this book?
You should. Any pastor or minister that you live with, it is tough.
I bet.
Because they carry the hearts of the people with them, whether they're at church or they're not at church. And for my husband, he serves in the community as a correctional officer and a police officer. So he's always with people. So they're always on his mind. We are newly pastors at First Missionary Baptist Church, 37th Street in Cairo, Illinois. And they are a group of wonderful people.
Good, good. Now let's not leave his name out. Say hi to him.
Hi, honey. Hi, Chase Miller.
Chase Miller is his name. What about couples who's been married for a while? Is it too late if they're having some trouble to get them back on track?
It is not too late, and actually I have a chapter dedicated in the book called Fire and Desire, because in talking with older couples that have been married for a long time, they tend to say, well, I really don't know who this person is anymore. And a lot of times it can be we get caught up in work, we get caught up in our kids, we get caught up in ministry, and so our spouse takes the back burner spot. So when you read through Fire and Desire, we kind of encourage you to take that time to spend with your spouse and find out what your spouse's needs are, because the woman that you were when you first got married is not the woman that you are today. You've matured, you've grown, you've evolved, and things change. I mean, it's just like the weather. Things change. Everybody's entitled to their change, but I would never tell someone that it's too late to work on something, as long as both people are willing to commit and be faithful at working at it.
That's what you got to do. Be faithful.
Be faithful.
I met my husband at church, and I just think it laid from there on a great foundation.
Yeah.
Because we both, started off with we Christians, and we believe in the Bible. We believe in the high power, and I think it's very important too.
It is. It is.
To pray together. To
yes.
go to church together, to worship.
Yes, I believe that wholeheartedly. For my husband and I, we were high school sweethearts, so we've kind of grown up.
How long have you been married?
This year we will be married 13 years. This December we will be married 13 years, and it's like, wow, I've known you for a really long time.
And so, high school?
Yes.
Did he ever date anyone else, or did you ever date anyone else?
He was my first boyfriend. My parents believed in the motto of when you date, you're dating to marry someone. You're not dating just to be dating, because if you get hurt along the way, now you're coming along with baggage, and so someone else may have to deal with that. He had dated other people, but when he and I got together, we knew what we wanted out of life, or at the time we thought we knew what we wanted out of life. That's then changed. But we worked together. We've always been a team. He's always been very supportive, even through me writing this book. He actually has written a blog on our blog page, and we have an older couple that we're really good friends with. They've been married for 20 years, Stephanie and Andre, and so they are on the blog with us as well. I was just the first one to write the book, but they're on the blog as well.
How can folks find the blog and find a copy of your book? And
well, you can find the blog at submission2waystreet.weebly.com, and you can find the book on our Facebook page, Submission to 2-Way Street, and it is also on Amazon.com.
Oh, isn't that cool?
One other thing is I wanted to show the release of our new shirts, which is also a chapter in our book. This one says, God created me to love her, so it's the male version. And then this one is for the ladies. God created me to respect him.
I love that.
Yes.
Now, can they get these off your?
Yes, these are also on the website as well as our Facebook page, and they are $25 a piece plus shipping and tax. And so we will be more than happy to have you and your spouse walk around with our brand on that was actually taken from one of the chapters in our book.
Isn't that cool?
Yes.
So it was two couples, right? The four of you kind of got together? And
yes, the four of us got together. Stephanie and Andre Baker, we used to go to church with them, and so we really became really good friends. Those are our travel buddies. One thing that we are all committed to doing is once a year, we leave the country, we drop work, and for 7 days, we are bonding with our spouse, getting to reconnect with them. And so Stephanie and Andre have been that for us. They've been that solid couple for us. And so we just all came together and decided, hey, let's write a blog now. The wives, of course, we do more work than the husbands do, but
they've got great input though.
They've got great input, and my husband's our financial person. So, he's the good guy most times.
Well, I appreciate you coming by.
Thank you.
What a great book. Pick it up, Submission to 2-Way Street by Domineak S. Miller. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.
Coming up on the Spiel.
And we struggled to really find a name. It's like one of the hardest things.
It is.
So my friend had been at the Chinch Bug down on Route 3, which is a bar, and he had found advertisement, and it said, "Pull for Foley's Honey and Tar." And that's my last name. So he was like, "You should name your first album that." I said, "We should just name our band that." So we dropped the name part, and we just became Honey and Tar.
What makes your beef different than the beef I go get at the store?
Well, ours is real beef. A lot of times, you don't know what's in the store. You don't know where it came from. A lot of it doesn't even come from our country.
Thank you for coming out. It's Jason Powell here with Legion's Bank at our Chamber After Hours event. Legion's loves local. We love our local customers, we love our local businesses. We try to help them market their business any chance we get. We're excited about our special announcement tonight, our new branch location.
We have purchased the old Fifth Third building. We've been working on a redesign plan and a little expansion to it. It's going to be a great addition to the city of Marion.
And we're really excited to show the community what we're going to bring to town.
Silkworm has a dedication to quality that's kind of unparalleled.
Logo design, t-shirts, promotional products.
We always strive to keep everything as consistent as possible and make sure that they're getting the same quality across everything they get.
Our customer service is top-notch. Customers are smiling.
You'll get an email that says, hey, that was a great job.
We're doing what we're passionate about.
We can provide what you're looking for.
Come in, check out our website, sit down, talk with one of the sales reps, and discover the Silkworm way.
Silkworm, we make great first impressions last.
Primary brand that we sell is Kubota.
It's been a very good line for us. We cater more to the sundown farmer, the hobby farmer, the guys that like to have the toys in the yard, work on their hunting properties.
Right now, take advantage of 0% APR for 84 months and payments as low as $129 per month on the Kubota L2 501 tractor. See dealer for details.
We're a Kubota dealership. It's really about asking questions to try to deliver what the customer's expectations are. Our website, fbmacboost.com. We're happy to talk with you via email or on the phone or come in.
The Shawnee National Forest is home to miles of unbelievable natural wonders. Plan your getaway at southernmostillinois.com.
I had tried dentures and they were not successful.
For people that have lost their teeth and are frustrated with wearing dentures, we have new methods and techniques to give people basically a third set of teeth.
When you have an extraction or an implant put in, your first thought is that's going to hurt. I was completely comfortable through this. Dr. Hughes and his staff, they are wonderful.
That's a life-changing event for many, many people, and it's something that we do here on a daily basis at Hughes Dental Arts Center.
We love making new friends. Visit us online at facebook.com/Spiel On. The Spiel presents You're On, 100% original new music.
Hi, this is Honey and Tar, and we're going to perform Walk Away for You.
It's true, I don't want you no more, so keep on moving past my old front door. Broke my heart the last time. I'm kicking you out.
you have questions about your pregnancy, you shouldn't have to wait for answers. That's why the Patient Support Center at Heartland Women's Healthcare handles more than 6,000 calls per week. Our patients can talk directly with a live nurse to get questions answered by a qualified professional. Patients can even use the Heartland Women's Healthcare app to get answers, pay a bill, or make their next appointment. When our patients have questions, we have a team dedicated to finding answers. Heartland Women's Healthcare.
After the military, I reached out to Three Rivers. I wanted to get my education rolling. When I first started and made the decision to continue my education, I was a nervous wreck. And the biggest thing was how you pay for it. They made sure I was taken care of. They made the paperwork smooth and easy. Said, hey Jeff, just bring it in, we'll work it out. But you're not a number at Three Rivers. They're really into your situation. They make it okay for you to be a student. What do you need personally? Next thing you know, I'm starting at the hospital doing clinicals and in and out of these doors with Poplar Bluff Regional Medical Center. And they continue to just kind of foster that relationship, clinical hours, school hours, and the next thing you know, that's where I am. My name is Jeffrey Hampton. I started at Three Rivers in 2009. And I graduated in 2012 from the nursing program. Started working here in 2012 as well, and been here ever since. I'm the charge nurse of the Poplar Bluff Regional Medical Center ER department. Every single day we get the opportunity to reach out and change someone's life. And to be able to try to turn that around for them, you're going to be fine and we're here with you every step of the way. That's what means the most to me. It really set me up to be where I am today. People at Three Rivers told me it's never too late to start.
Chef Rob here. Never forget, choose 100% dairy and accept no substitutes. Dedicated farmers, happy cows, real milk. Prairie Farms Dairy. Check out our website at prairiefarms.com.
You're watching The Spiel.
And welcome back to the musical part of our show, which Angie's missing a great show today. Honey and Tar.
Yes.
And
Hi.
Katie Foley.
Yes.
It's so weird. I got to tell the story real quick. I went into a financial office probably a year ago, and she was the receptionist. And now she's moved on, and she's a star, and she has a band, and it's so neat to hear your voice. I had no idea you played.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate that.
Tell me how the name come about.
So Tanner and I started playing together in 2015, and we struggled to really find a name. It's like one of the hardest things.
It is.
So my friend had been at the Chinch Bug down on Route 3, which is a bar, and he had found advertisement, and it said, pull for Foley's Honey and Tar. Well, come to find out, Foley's was a department store, and they had a cough serum called Honey and Tar, and that's my last name. So he was like, you should name your first album that. And I said, we should just name our band that. So we dropped the name part, and we just became Honey and Tar. So
that's a great story, too.
Yeah, kind of different. So, I mean, I think they started making it in like the 1890s.
Wow.
So I'm sure it tasted real awful.
But I bet it worked really
I bet
good.
it worked really good. Probably illegal now if I think about old pharmaceuticals. So.
How long have you been playing together?
So Tanner and I started playing together in 2015. So just about almost 4 years now.
And writing a lot?
Yeah, trying to write. We're trying to get a few more under our belt. We'd like to get some to get a full album out for people. So right now we just have one song on iTunes and
Was that
Google
the first
Play.
one?
That was the first one.
It's
It's
a
called,
great song.
Yeah, Walk Away. So we recorded that down in Nashville with our friend Eric Shimoni. And so we'd like to get a few more under our belt so we can get a whole album out, but it takes a lot of money and time.
It
So
does, it does.
We're still patiently working.
So, writing together, which one said, let's whistle in this?
I think it was her idea, to be honest with you.
Yeah, well, I tried to, I don't know, when you have such a small act, you try to do things that make you
Sure.
stand out, and I think whistling just kind of adds a little ambiance to it.
It was cool, it was good.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
Introduce your feller to everyone.
Yeah, this is Tanner Troutman. He's my guitar player and great friend. So
And
then Nate Wolf is our drummer. He had to duck out a little early to go to a doctor's appointment. So, but we've only had Nate with us for about a year.
oh, he fits right in.
Yeah, he does. And it took a long time to find someone that would fit into the group, and it's a big deal.
And you know what, personalities, I've been there. I know it's hard to do.
To mesh, yeah.
Yes.
So Tanner's guitar skills were really fantastic, and I'm really loud, so they balance each other out very nicely.
You do have a great strong voice.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Yeah. Where can folks find you? I mean, you have a Facebook page. They can see where you're going to be playing.
Yeah, we have a Facebook page, so it's just facebook.com/honeyandtar. And you should be able to find us, and we try to keep up to date with our shows.
Katie, thank you so much for you guys for coming by.
Hey, anytime.
And we're going to come out and hear, all of us going to come out and hear you play. And
that would be great.
And
We'd
sing
love to
along.
see you. Yeah, feel free to.
We'll be right back.
Coming up on the Spiel.
All right, what are we cooking today?
Okay, so we're gonna do meatloaf.
Okay.
This is Aunt Sarah's famous meatloaf. It's
Now, is there an Aunt Sarah?
There is an Aunt Sarah,
Okay.
and it really is famous. It's so simple.
He's the guy we have been seeing in the news that's walked from New York to California, shore to shore. I can't believe we ran into you.
I would encourage all of you to pay it forward and let that random act of kindness define us as a nation.
You'll know you're in Shawnee Forest Country when the hills rise up to meet you. When the fruit of the land seems to be waiting for you to pick it. Where at the end of every path, you'll find another reason to raise a toast. The Shawnee National Forest is home to miles of unbelievable natural wonders, adventure, wineries, and unique places to stay. That's how you'll know you're in Shawnee Forest Country. Plan your getaway at southernmostillinois.com.
Serving you since 1966, Larry's Trailer Sales invites you to come RVing with us, visiting popular destinations throughout Southern Illinois. Little Grassy Campground, Devil's Kitchen Lake, Bald Knob Cross. With hundreds of travel trailers, fifth wheels, and motorhomes, Larry's Trailer Sales is also a leader in parts and service, even providing roadside assistance. Home of RV Warranty Forever, Larry's Trailer Sales, just off 148 in Mulkeytown, Illinois, and online at larrystrailersales.com.
You're watching The Spiel.
And welcome to another favorite part of mine here on The Spiel, and that's cooking in the kitchen. Cooking in the Southside Lumber Kitchen, brought to you by Prairie Farms. And this is something I'm really interested in. I have Lori Brooks here. She is from, I have to read, Heartland Beef. What makes your beef different than the beef I go get at the store?
Well, ours is real beef. A lot of times, you don't know what's in the store. You don't know where it came from. A lot of it doesn't even come from our country. I know a lot
Go ahead
of
and tell the story. Don't say who said it, but 75 to 80% of what is imported as ground beef is not even ground beef. It's ground water buffalo. We've learned a lot since we started, and talking to just different people in the food industry, and we've learned a lot. Tell us the story, how you got into this.
How we got started. So our daughter, when she was about 4 or 5 years old, going into kindergarten, she started having terrible migraine headaches. And I mean, this little thing was laying on the bathroom floor, vomiting, completely just out for a day or two at a time. Being that small, there's not a whole lot you can do for them. So we started with our family doctor, who referred us to a specialist. We went to a pediatric neurologist, and they put her on some medication, which there's not a lot widely available for kids under 12,
Right.
And so then they recommended food. Food might be the issue. So we started a journal, a food journal, and we took all the trigger foods away. The typical things that can cause migraines, you know, artificial sweeteners, sodas, caffeine, any kind of chocolate, you know, I mean, we stripped it down to just completely bare bones.
Poor kid.
She cried
I'm
on the way
surprised
home.
She didn't run away from home.
She cried for a Dr. Pepper on the way home from her first doctor's appointment that we told her, you know, you can't have any of this.
And no ice cream.
Yeah, I mean, she couldn't really have anything. It was bad. And so we would reintroduce a new food a week, and we would journal, and we would see how she reacted, and eventually we found out it's processed meat. That's her issue.
Your lunch meats, your meats at the store.
Lunch meat, hot dogs, even cured meats like bacon, anything like that. I mean, she's instantly sick. And so, you know, with that, we thought, okay, you know what, we're gonna take a step way back out of the grocery store. We're gonna start doing for ourselves as much as we possibly can. A friend of ours, they raise cattle, and so we thought, okay, you know what, we're gonna go buy a beef from them, and we're gonna, you know, start doing this on our own, because we knew that they didn't do the growth hormones, the, you know, steroids, antibiotics, implants in the ear. They didn't do any of that. They're just good old farm-raised cattle out on the pasture.
That could just roam and
yes,
frolic.
Yeah. Well, little did we know that our daughter fell in love with them. So, a few months later, the lady calls and she says, hey, I've got a bottle calf, you know, the mama won't take it. Would you guys be interested? And of course, yeah. So hook, line, and sinker. We bring this little calf home in the back seat of our pickup truck.
Aww.
He was just a couple days old. Aww. And that's where it started. So she fell in love, you know, she wanted to show 4-H when she turned 8 and got old enough. And so we started raising some for ourselves by then, and, you know, a couple for our friends or our family, and then it just got to be, it snowballed completely.
Wow.
And to where we had the idea to do a store and to sell it just by the pound. So anyway, we thought, okay, let's do it where you can just come in, get what you want, you know. And yes, it's difficult because you only get so many steaks. And you know, a lot of times we're drowning in hamburger.
Right.
But we sell a lot more hamburger than I thought we would. I mean, and it just, it exploded once we started.
You were telling me too, there's a different in taste.
Oh.
I can't wait to see the different in taste.
Yeah, it's really a huge difference.
Where's the ribeye at?
Okay, so these are the ribeyes.
I want you to
right
see
here.
this ribeye here.
They're still a little bit frozen. I just got them out.
But it looks like no other ribeye I've ever seen. They're real fatty at the store. Look at that right there. Wow.
And I think the difference is our cows are not bunched up on a feedlot in a feedlot setting where they're constantly in front of food. You know, ours are still out grazing. I mean, yes, they get grain a couple times a day, but they're still out getting exercise and walking around.
Before we get to cooking, tell everyone where your store is at and how to get there.
Okay, our address is Equality, and it's kind of confusing because we're not actually in Equality. We're on the Ridgeway El Dorado Blacktop. There's a big sign, you know, can't miss it, red building right off the highway. So we also do a couple of farmers markets. We're at the Marion Farmers Market on Saturday mornings from 6 a.m. to noon. And then we just got an invitation for McLeansboro's Farmers Market. I'm not sure when that is yet.
You know what, when you get to those markets and people start buying it, you're going to get busier.
Yeah.
Your store is going to expand.
Yeah, really. I mean, there's a whole community backing Heartland Beef instead of, you know, just my husband and I.
All right, what are we cooking today?
Okay, so we're going to do meatloaf.
Okay.
This is Aunt Sarah's famous meatloaf. It's
is there an Aunt Sarah?
There is an Aunt Sarah.
Okay.
And it really is famous. It's so simple, and I felt like you guys asked me to cook something or come up with something, and I was kind of intimidated. But meatloaf is something.
Aunt Sarah?
Yes. I'm like, I don't think too many people do it really well, I'll be honest. So I've just melted a little bit of butter and a sweet onion. So just like brown your onions a little bit. I mean, you could do some salt and pepper. So the recipe is on our website, so heartlandbeeffarm.com, under the blog section, and it's got actual measurements.
What's that over there?
So
I know the cheese and the brown sugar.
Cheese, brown sugar, and this is just like some Italian breadcrumbs.
Okay.
And you could use plain breadcrumbs if you want. Italian's what I had, so
you
that's what I
don't use
use.
like the cube. You
No.
Use really?
Yeah, I just get these, they come in that little canister, you know. So that's probably, I mean, good enough. You could get them a little more brown at home, you know, just might take a few more minutes. But so I just dump it all in there.
Okay.
And then just mix it up. So cheese. I think that might be like the secret ingredient, but I had never put cheese in a meatloaf before.
I haven't either.
So you can use shredded cheddar. This is like a shredded, like a Colby Jack or whatever. It's not going to matter. Whatever you have will work. About a cup or so, you know, roughly. So just an egg to kind of hold it all together.
One?
Mm-hmm. Yep, just one. And you can just kind of, you know, smash him around in there. It'd be fine. And then the breadcrumbs.
Okay.
So
is that a cup?
I'm probably not going to use this whole thing.
Okay.
Again, so like we'll just mix it around and
Okay.
kind of see what happens. And that's big, your preference too, whether you like, you know, a meatier meatloaf or you like it like a little more dry. You can use more or less, you know, it doesn't really matter. So, okay. So,
That's
and
my
then-
favorite part coming up.
What's that?
Brown sugar. That goes on top.
The brown sugar
Goes
mixes with the topping. And at home too, I usually bake it on like a tray with a rack so that any drippings you have or whatever are gonna
Sure.
go on down. I didn't bring that today, but so we'll just dump it in here. And it's exactly what you do. You just kind of pat
Kinda
it out.
mold it?
The topping is just as simple, super easy. So
Okay.
yep, bowl. Of course, the main base of it is going to be ketchup, you know, and just a little bit of mustard, maybe like a tablespoon.
Okay.
Ish. And brown sugar, we're going to do the same thing, maybe like a tablespoon or so. Again, until it looks good. I think the brown sugar really does something. It's not like just ketchup on a meatloaf. It has a whole different flavor. It's awesome. I had never done that before.
You know what? We haven't either.
Or even added mustard. I'd always just done ketchup over the top, but this really takes it to the next level. Makes it really
All right,
good.
that was easy.
Super easy. So then you just pour it
you
over
don't
the
pour
top.
it on like when it's almost done?
Nope, I
See?
just pour it on just like so. Spread it around a little bit. Stick it in the oven. 350, 45 minutes, maybe an hour. Depends on if you like it crispy on the edges or not, you know. You can kind of just take it and make it your own.
I'll tell you
and
what,
that's
let's
it.
take a little commercial break and
Okay.
we're going to come back and try it.
Okay.
We'll be right back.
At the Bank of Heron, we know that between family and work, it can be a challenge to find the time to take care of things like going to the bank. And really, what you need is a way to do your banking on the go. Well, we've got good news. With the Bank of Heron mobile banking app, you can manage debit cards, find bank locations, monitor account activity, even make a deposit. Just a few of the ways our mobile banking app can save you a trip to the bank. We'd love for you to come see us, but now you don't have to. The Bank of Heron. It's not just a bank, it's mobile banking.
Besides quality that's second to none, part of what makes K&K the premier builder of portable buildings is our selection. From cabins, garages, lofted barns, and deluxe playhouses, to Quaker-style, short-wall, utility-style, and custom building, K&K even offers pre-built chicken coops. So if you can't find what you're looking for in our lot, we can custom build a building to get the exact look you want and all the function you need. K&K Portable Buildings. To find out what else sets us apart, visit kkportablebuildings.com.
We offer a large selection of steel products.
We have the largest display in Southern Illinois. We carry probably the biggest selection of chains, chainsaws, accessories, chaps, helmet systems.
We do have a certified steel technician. All of my parts guys are silver certified steel technicians. We offer anything from chain sharpening with automatic chain sharpener to a large selection of parts and the experience. And experience is just hard to come by these days. We're happy to talk with you via email or on the phone or come in.
I really see my role as a partner with people and collaborating with them in terms of their health goals. What I like to do is spend some time listening to what is most important for people, what they most care about. If we implement maybe a little bit of self-discipline or a little bit of dietary structure early on, there's less that has to be restricted later on in the long run. So if anyone is interested in setting up an appointment, all they have to do is contact their physician, and their physician can go ahead and get that referral sent through.
These days, video is everywhere. TVs, computers, even your phone. With so many ways to use video to reach your potential audience, it's become an important part of doing business. If you like the commercials you've seen during the spiel, and if your business could benefit from a creative approach to telling your story, with attention-grabbing visuals and thoughtfully executed scripts, perhaps it's time you give Growing Media a call. We'd love to hear from you.
And we are back. I'm here with Troy Brooks from Heartland Beef, and she's over there by El Dorado, Illinois. Again, tell us about the beef. Nothing in it. It's just beef.
Just good old
no
farm-raised
additives.
beef,
No.
No, nothing.
All right.
Mhm.
You
Just
don't-
like your grandparents probably used to raise. Yeah, don't
You
touch
guys
the
told me
plate.
not to
It's hot.
Ah. Okay, I'm an in girl, so I'm
Okay.
gonna take it in.
Yep, you go right ahead.
Oh, it smells so good.
It really does. Yeah, the whole room smells delicious.
Now, I don't know if you want that
Okay.
or end.
Nope, I'll just take out of the middle. Doesn't matter to me.
Wow, let me tell you something.
Okay, what do you think?
Well, I ain't got to the meat yet.
Oh.
But that brown sugar
On
makes
the,
a huge difference.
On the top, yeah, it really does.
Okay. There's a difference, guys. That's good stuff. There is a difference between
Real ground beef and
store beef.
What might be an imitation. Mm-hmm.
Wow. Wow.
And most people, I think, don't even notice it one way or another. So if you're a farm kid and all you've ever had is farm-raised beef, pork, you know, whatever, you don't know that they sell anything different in the store. Or versus if you're somebody who's never tried it and you're like, oh, really? How could it be so much different? What's in the store is still a cow, right?
Right. Wrong.
Maybe.
Yeah, I wouldn't
it's
think
just,
about that
it's
every
just
time I go.
I don't know. It's just completely different. I'm not going to say anything about what any other operation does, but
And you know
it's
what?
just different.
It doesn't crumble. It kind of
Mhm.
stays together
Mhm.
better.
Yeah.
And not just because those little dealies are in there, but the
Mhm.
breadcrumbs, but
Yeah.
that's good.
No,
All right.
it actually tastes like beef. Yeah.
Well, will you come back sometime and do everybody here a T-bone?
Yeah, okay, maybe. Maybe if we hit it big time.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah, no,
We'll be
I've
right
enjoyed
back.
it.
Coming up on the Spiel.
I came here, I brought the World Odie Bible here, and I was going to walk it from New York to the University of Texas and just leave it and go home. But people on the ship on the way here convinced me that I could set a new world record by walking from coast to coast.
Not only do we work for a bank that puts family first and encourages family first, we are actually a family within this bank.
It doesn't seem like work, it seems like fun. I'm extremely excited about the group of people that we have here. They are a group of people that we laugh together, we cry together, we fight together, we make up together. I get to come to work every day to a place I've never said, you know, I don't want to go to work today.
It's not just a bank, it's a relationship. You'll know you're in Shawnee Forest Country when the hills rise up to meet you. The Shawnee National Forest is home to miles of unbelievable natural wonders. Plan your getaway at southernmostillinois.com.
We love making new friends. Visit us online at facebook.com/SpielOn.
You know, on the Spiel, when you're out and about, you never know who you're going to find, what kind of story you're going to come across. But I think I found a really neat story this morning in, what town are we in? Eddyville, Kentucky, and stopped here at the Huddle House to grab something to eat. And I ran into someone who I thought their face looked familiar, and he come to ask us if we knew the routes around here, and then found out he's the guy we have been seeing in the news that's walked from New York to California, shore to shore. I can't believe we ran into you. And their name is Bracklen.
My name is Bracklen.
From Denmark?
From Denmark.
Okay.
A tiny village with nothing that you had. No electricity, no car, no TV, no phone, no computer, no mail, no nothing.
Wow.
Yeah, this all came about by accident. I came here, I brought the World Odie Bible here, and I was going to walk it from New York to the University of Texas and just leave it and go home. But people on the ship on the way here convinced me that I could set a new world record by walking from coast to coast. So I left New York, and I had different places I had to go to check in, and I went to the university and I left the Bible there. But the word Bible is not familiar to us. We call it the Docbine, which means God's book.
Docbine.
Docbine.
Okay.
And it's the complete Old Testament, the Old Testament, all 44 books, 2,220 pages long. And the whole the book of Genesis, the whole 187 chapters, where God talking much about the Gentile as they do the Jew.
Okay.
That's why the Christian religion wanted to
And
talk
you-
about.
And you said that somehow did Trump get a hold of you to bring this to
Yes,
us?
he sent a man to our village. We don't know how he found out that we had it, but it's been in our village for 2,800 years, and the world did not know.
Wow.
But he negotiated it with our elder Joshua to have it brought to America, so the Christian churches here could have the whole Old Testament. So we agreed. So I brought it here, and I stayed in Texas for 2 days with the professor to make sure that it was secure, that nothing would happen to it. And then I went ahead and walked to Los Angeles, and I came back. And what set everything off, what got the TV and everybody involved, was that accident in New Jersey with those little girls were in that burning car. And I got them out.
It was upside down.
It was upside down. The mother was dead. I couldn't help her. But a 6-year-old and 4-year-old, they were trapped in their car seat. And they were screaming. And all these people were staying there with their cell phone just watching. So I got in. I got the oldest one out foot, and I got the youngest one out. And I slid backwards out the car, and I grabbed her shirt right here. And as soon as I pulled her out the car exploded. And it knocked both of us down, but neither one of us got hurt. And next thing I knew, it was on the internet, and everybody went crazy. And the
TV
police,
shows were wanting to talk to you.
The police gave me this big shiny medal and all this stuff, and everybody calling me a hero. But from that point on, it just became a following. Everywhere I went, policemen asked for photographs, and people were asking for photographs. When I got to the beach in Los Angeles, there were like 1,500 people waiting there for me. And everybody would say, sign this, sign that.
Real quick, everybody's been pretty friendly, except you ran into some mean people here in the States.
when I came back I decided to go ahead and walk back from Los Angeles. I can take rides in cars now, but not too many people offer. But I met these two men in Missouri, and they were mad at me because the record I broke was an American's record. So we didn't argue, but I told them, I'm sorry. So they left, and I kept on walking, and they came back and jumped out of a car with a baseball bat and beat me up. Broke my arm and my knee and my rib and my jaw.
And you were telling me that since you, of course, have no insurance, you couldn't find a hospital for your arm, and you fixed it yourself.
I got tape right there holding the bone in there.
Holding the bone in.
And my knee is all bruised and messed up.
I apologize for America, because that's wrong.
When you come out into the world, you're going to have good and you're going to have bad, but God never promises you a bowl of cherries.
I know.
You take the good with the bad. He allows certain things to happen. But up until that point, I had a good time. I wasn't afraid of nothing. But now I've learned to be more cautious.
Okay. Well, I wish you the best getting back and safe travels. And it's sure nice to meet you. Bracklen. And over in Denmark, it's usually just one name.
In my village.
In your village.
Everyone has one name. We're not like the world. We don't have a lot of things, but we live for God. Our doctrine, which is what you call a Bible, we live by the book of Genesis. It's older than Jesus, and it's the Old Testament. But we have all 187 chapters of Genesis, and God talked a lot about the Gentile, not just the Jew. That's why America wanted. They want to give to their churches so they can see. The only 4 people in America that can read that language are all at the University of Texas right now translating it. So
I'll be darned. Well, the best of luck to you.
Thank you.
How old are you again?
88.
88.
My birthday, February 5, 1930.
I'm 25 and I can't even walk 2 miles. Why are you laughing, Bracklen? We'll be right back.
To find out more about the Spiel or even watch past episodes, visit spielon.com.
When you lose your teeth, you lose not just the ability to chew and eat and smile, which is a big thing, but you lose a part of yourself.
It was life-changing when I came into Dr. Hughes. It showed me videos and models, and these are the choices we had. These were the options.
Training matters, experience matters. The thing which is extremely important is compassion. It brings back your ability to chew, restoring a sense of dignity.
Come in and see Dr. Hughes, the greatest thing I ever did for myself.
We have a strong interest in supporting the farming community. Some of our lenders are actual farmers themselves, and so we understand both ends of the business.
Seeing farmers succeed has been a passion of mine.
It's awful nice to have a locally owned bank.
Legence Bank is a true community bank.
We want to make it so easy for our customers.
We're always on the cutting edge of new technology.
Remote deposit capture
allows for easy access.
There is a difference, but if they come to Legence Bank, they'll see the difference.
How about that show? That was an incredible, incredible day. Another great day that Angie had to miss because of a mishap. And when she comes back, we're going to talk about her mishap. So Angie's been out for a couple of weeks. I had Ryan Patrick last time I was here doing solo today. Hope you enjoyed the show, by the way. And these flowers came for her, Get Well flowers. I think they'll die before she gets back, so I'll be taking these home.
These flowers were actually meant for Angie, but she's not here, so I'm gonna go give them to Juli.
Oh my gosh! He's one of these. You dog! Thanks, Angie. But right now I want to talk to you about a really great mission trip. My daughter and a lot of her church members have gone to Ecuador, and they are holding Vacation Bible School, and it's just so neat. They're just, all the kids from this community in Ecuador are just flocking to see what's going on, and they're just sowing so many seeds, and they are just having the best time. And we're going to wish them well, pray for them. They'll be back in about 8 days. So that's what's going on with her. And I'll see you next time. Bye.
My heart fell out of socket when you pulled out of your pocket your flask of Tennessee moonshine. The sparks just ran as I got away. You told me I was looking oh so fine. Well, after we hit that bottom, hands we both throttled, and I knew you just had to be mine. Those poor nice boys are gonna be oh so mad, 'cause darling, you make it feel good to be bad. Well, honey, got no remorse. Let's get in a more dangerous course. You and me in utter ecstasy, that wicked look in your eye and trembling in my damn the thing you do to me. So just let them stare, 'cause baby we ain't got no cares. Wishing they could be you and me. Those poor nice boys are gonna be oh so mad, 'cause darling, you make it feel good to be bad. Just let them stare, 'cause baby we ain't got no cares. Wishing they could be you and me. Those poor nice boys are gonna be oh so sad, 'cause darling, you make it feel good to be bad.
It was a great experience. The staff here are very nice, very friendly, very welcoming. The host was very hospitable. It was a fun, relaxing atmosphere, and thank you guys again for the opportunity.
Just got off the Spiel. It was a good experience.
Yeah, great morning. You guys have a great staff and a great setup, so we really appreciate being here.
Felt like I was just hanging out, so.